All right, so it is Thursday, November 30th, the last day of the month. We're almost into our 12th month of this year's almost over. And guess what? You've heard me guys, everybody's heard me saying for the last few weeks, it's our season. There's billions of people online shopping right now, billions of people looking at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, every form of social media, even LinkedIn is exploding right now because it's our season. Everybody's online doing something and mostly shopping. And social media, not my strong point. And I'm sure there's quite a few other people out there, not our strongest point. Social media, right? I barely have a Facebook account. It's still active. I have a Instagram account because Tanya set it up for me. Last time we were together in Texas, she asked me if I had Instagram. I said no. She just took my phone out of my hand and I had an Instagram account. I didn't even know how to log into it. I had to ask her. But I have Instagram and I'm using it. And a couple of weeks ago, I put my first meme on Instagram. Remember that, Stacey? I was celebrating. I learned how to put a meme on Instagram because I have Instagram on my computer now too, where my memes go. I finally figured it out. I'm not a techie. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. And we've had this person on a few times talking about TikTok and so many other forms of social media. I've been kind of watching her a little bit. I see her following growing on every single one of those things that she's doing, even though I'm not doing it. I watch because I'm like, wow, she just learned how to do this stuff last year sometime. And she's got everything growing in a nice little fashion. And another year from now, it's going to be a major player, especially as we go in deeper and deeper into Web3 and everything we're doing. So get out your pen and paper, take some notes. Here's our wonderful MSI, the TikTok queen, the social media magnet, MSI, Stacey Southward, take it away. I'm going to shut my camera off so I can take notes and nobody's looking at the top of my head.
Oh, because you need a haircut already? That youth is working again, huh?
Yeah, I'm due for one. I got it slicked back tonight.
Awesome. Thanks, Niall. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start right in with sharing my screen. And what I'm going to talk about tonight is maximizing social media for your marketing success. And why am I doing this? Because so many of you either don't want, you all think immediately, you hear social media, you think Facebook. Social media is so much more than Facebook. Okay. And this is just important for everybody to just get used to.
Oops, I was Linda and I were fighting over the buttons. Stacey, sorry.
That it's karma. I mean, how many times have I muted Rory? It's all good. But you know, when it comes to social media, don't just go tunnel vision and think Facebook. Niall mentioned Instagram. I'm going to help you all out. Get an Instagram account and link it to your Facebook account, because then when you post on Instagram, it'll automatically post on Facebook. 2 for 1, folks. I'm all about keystroke saving. I'm all about saving on the keystrokes. So let's get started. Here's the agenda of what I'm going to cover tonight. The importance of social media marketing, KYC. We hear that term a lot when it comes to cryptocurrency, but you know what? It applies to what we do here in knowing your client, know your audience. Choosing the right platforms. It's not just about Facebook. Crafting engaging content, utilizing analytics tools, building community and engagement. That's huge. Do not expect to be an overnight success. Paid advertising, best practices and takeaways, and maybe a little bit of Q&A. We'll see how we do on time, because I've got some requests that y'all want to maybe see how to utilize the memes in social media marketing. So the importance of utilizing social media in online marketing. First of all, It expands your reach to everybody. Okay. You never know who is stalking your social media. I know my cousins are all stalking me. They avoid me at any family reunion back in Minnesota. We've not been back in 3 years, but when we were there, they didn't want to come up to me because I was that girl that was always pitching my product. Don't be that person, guys. You want to share, don't pitch. Okay. Pitching, you're going to get the walls shut down on you. But the most important thing, it doesn't just improve your approval with chances with Google to get Google AdSense. It's kind of like required now. Some of you are getting, declined for low quality content. It's because you don't have the traffic. The content on your site is not a good enough quality to attract organic traffic. Social media and the different platforms in social media gets you that organic traffic that Google wants you to, that they want to see. So let's start with the guys that are doing it right. Okay, what brands are maximizing social media right now? Nike. Just do it. We've all been hearing that on TV. Well, TV is no longer the social media magnet. They've gone elsewhere. Okay, Nike has a huge presence across multiple social media platforms. They're not focusing on just one, but what they are doing is their storytelling, user-generated content. They have engaging campaigns. They have a whole plot. They really put some thought into it to get interactive content, get the comments. GoPro leverages user-generated content. GoPro's that camera, guys, that they all put on your heads, or what, you're on your fishing rod when you're catching fish. I know that's what Niall and I would use it for. But they encourage customers to share their experience, so their experiences with using the GoPro cameras. So that's allowing GoPro to not have to create their own content. Their customers are doing it for them. Okay, that's huge. They're getting their customers' testimonies. I think we have a few products that we could do that as well. Wendy's, where's the beef? Okay, that one's old. And for those of you that aren't 1980s era kids, I'm sorry you don't understand. But now, if you guys go on what was known as Twitter, now it's known as X, it'll always be Twitter to me. They're developing a social media strategy using Twitter by engaging their customers with different tweets and funny banter. That's cool. Use what works for you. Red Bull. Okay, Red Bull is always focusing on the extreme sports. Up in Minnesota, over by the cathedral, every January, February timeframe, they have extreme sports, winter sports, extreme ice skating, extreme skiing, all that stuff. Well, they're going onto the social media strategy, emphasizing the visuals, the storytelling, the sponsoring extreme athletes. They're developing a brand image. That's what our memes are doing, guys. They're helping us develop that brand image. Starbucks. Starbucks is effectively using Instagram to showcase its products in ways that are pleasing to the eye. They've got user-generated, they're letting their customers create content for them to save them the labor time and frustration of trying to come up with stuff. Pretty cool. So know your client. When you're posting on different social media platforms, you need to know your target audience. Have to. Do not think that a single post is going to hit everybody's likes. Those of you that have been here for a little while know already that there are 4 key people personality traits that we have to appeal to. It's the bank code, blueprints, action, nurturing, and the knowledge people that just want all the information they can suck in. We have to appeal to all of them, but we don't have to do it in one post. You can target the actual social media platform to the specific audience you're trying to get their attention, you know, whose attention you're trying to get. So do different posts for different demographics. If you're trying to hit, we'll take Miel for example. You're trying to hit the younger generation for acne breakouts or the tattoos, the guys with the tattoos. You're not going to do the same post that you're going to do for people with eczema. I have an age spot that was starting. I've been using Miel every day since I got my shipment as a primer to my foundation. And I'm noticing that my age spot is not as noticeable. Oh, gee, are you guys going to post the same post to a 20-something that you want to attract the 50-somethings and plus? Probably not. So don't try to hit everybody with one, do different posts and time it. Time it. Younger people stay up later. Older people, they have dinner at 5 o'clock and they're in bed by 8 o'clock, kind of. Okay. Monitor your engagements. Which ones are people liking on your Facebook page, on your different, you know, LinkedIn? What kind of engagement? Are they just, are you getting anybody looking at it? Is anyone commenting? Is anyone liking it, loving it, arguing with you? Oh, I love it when they want to argue with me because I'm confident in what I'm doing with that product. I believe in our products. So bring on the negative ninnies because they'll get everybody else wanting to just watch. It'll drag in more people to watch. Every platform also has specific behavior. Research how your audience engages on each platform. For example, Instagram users, they do the visual content. They're getting the really classy shots of pictures and, you know, food. Instagram used to be known for all the new food the platters of food. Twitter, not so much on the pictures, but quick updates or starting a discussion. So start understanding and analyzing that specific platform that you want to get to use. But by understanding your target audience, you can create relevant and engaging and even impactful content that gives you the results for the efforts. Remember, we don't get paid by the hour, you guys, we get paid by the action. Doing these kind of posts, that's where your efforts are. You want the actions to work for you. So the platforms, the different platforms that we have, everybody's probably heard of all of these, right? Facebook is probably the #1 recognized. Instagram, LinkedIn for the business people. So when you want to pitch something on the business related end of things, you can, you know, post it on LinkedIn, engage them to, you know, start a discussion on LinkedIn. Put an article out there of one of your blogs. It doesn't even have to be the meme. In all honesty, I don't know that the memes work real well with trying to get engagement on LinkedIn. YouTube, you do you on YouTube. We've got some variety of people here that have different techniques on YouTube. Some of you are more comfortable being in front of the camera than others. I can tell you right now, I was never shy. Okay. It's just not me. But I have gotten up in front of people, 10,000 people, and I only knew maybe a handful of them. And that was scary, getting up on that stage with that big bright light. So me talking into my computer screen, I don't see the 184 of you looking at me right now or watching my, whatever. I treat you guys, I look into the camera as though I'm having a one-on-one conversation with you. That's me. Don't be me, be you. When you're on YouTube, be you. But there are different ways of utilizing YouTube as well. And in future Thursday night calls, potentially, we got to get all the approvals first. We may go in and examine each one of these on how best to use them, keeping it on your budget. TikTok. Okay, Niall called me the TikTok queen. I actually learned it from the queen mother, Mama Chief. She taught me April of last year. No, April of the year before, I think it was. I said, oh wow, I can't even, I know it was April. But I just got used to doing TikTok. My kids are horrified. Mom, you're too old for TikTok. To which I say, watch me. There's no age limit on any of these, guys. It is what you make it. Just be you. Twitter, X, I'm not so good at. I've actually gotten a few of my posts banned on TikTok or on Twitter. I don't know what I did wrong. Still trying to figure it out. I use what works for me. Pinterest, that is probably one of the easiest ones for you guys to utilize, especially with your memes. Especially with your memes, because Pinterest is all about pictures. But what's great with Pinterest is you can actually put the link into your blog page that coordinates with that meme picture. Like tutoring, if you've done your tutoring page and you've got one of the tutoring memes, post it on Pinterest, pin it on Pinterest. Education is big right now, very big. There are other platforms. These are just the main ones that I think everybody really knows and can start with. There is Alignable. A lot of us are on Alignable. There's Reddit, there's MeWe, there's Parler. I mean, there's Telegram. I'm starting to get to know that. There's Discord. One of my students, and I saw he's on here, kind of giggled at me. He goes, I can help you with Discord. So teach the teacher. Instructors, be open to your students and watch for their specialties. You never know what you can learn here. And I love when my students can bring me something new that I can learn. Okay. Crafting engaging content. You got to start with, figuring out your visuals, using videos, memes. Guys, right now is the time to get into the memes. Okay. And making sure you're using engaging words. Now, memes are kind of done for us if you've taken advantage of this special right now and pay the $10.99 plus the $1 to get started, and then $10.99 a month thereafter. You're going to get memes every single month. Sometimes Char may have to put them a couple months in one spot, but that's okay because we have so much things we can go with. I don't mind having a delay on some of my memes because I can just use what I've already got in my library of memes. And you're going to get started with 20 when you start, right now with the opportunity that Rory's giving you guys, the great deal. The biggest thing is engaging words. And I didn't look to see if Sheila's on here, but Sheila, Mama Chief, match it. gifted us all with power words. If you don't have that file access yet, you need to go to your instructor. My team, I got it out to them on my team chat last week where I presented this presentation. I did change it up a little bit, guys, so I hope you're paying attention. But the engaging words, the power words, the call to action, you got to play on their emotions. Don't just say, hey, I've got this. Hey, check this out. You're not going to engage anybody with that. Some of you have seen one of my memes that I created myself because I went down the Canva rabbit hole. And I took 4 different pictures of one of the new Shoulder It hoodie scarves. And I blatantly said, I've got the infinity scarf, but this is a pretty cool concept. I posted that last week before Thanksgiving, I believe. Maybe I did it on the day after Thanksgiving. I'll have to look. But I'm still today still getting likes on that post because I didn't tell them I was selling it. My link's right there on the picture. But it's, I'm not asking them to go buy. I'm not asking them. I'm just presenting it. I'm engaging them that, hey, I've got this. I haven't found a need for that hoodie scarf down here in Texas. But by gosh, my family, my high school friends and everybody back in Minnesota, they could have used it the last few days. Sorry, guys. I'm in shorts again today, finally. All right, going forward, utilizing analytics tools. We don't really watch our analytics as far as I know a lot of you want to get Google Analytics. We don't teach it for one primary reason. We don't use it. Okay? So don't ask us why. Mom says no, we don't teach it, we don't use it. No exceptions. Don't go down that rabbit. Don't even get caught up in it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good. I just saved you a whole bunch of time. Go focus on the system we've got here. Okay. But one thing you can do is some of our ad sites show us how many visits that ad got. Doesn't mean they actually clicked on our link to go to our site, but the ad itself caught people's attention, or maybe it got a flat out 0. Now you have to become a critic of your own work. If you got a 0 and someone else, Rory, Niall, Dina, whoever, posted an ad similar to yours, but their verbiage was different, you need to be critical of yourself and be willing to understand that you need to learn more, and you're only going to learn more by doing. So get out there and just post more ads. Don't edit the existing ad, post a new one. It's like a bulletin board, guys, with some of these ad places. The newest ones are always on top. The old stuff gets buried at the bottom. Yes, you can renew it, meaning you unpinned it from the back end of that bulletin board and you're bringing it to the front. But why not create something new and refresh? Maybe you've expanded your knowledge. Go ahead and keep renewing the existing ones, but always post more new ads and try to come up with different verbiage. Don't just use what Rory has created for us on the ads and headlines. Make some of them your own. Modify what Rory's giving us, because there's thousands of us actually. I mean, there's only 184 on this call. You guys are getting a jump start on this information. But everybody's got access to the headlines and ads. And I bet if I asked for a hand raising, I'm not gonna, because I don't need Niall to get nauseated or anything.
Vertigo.
Thank you. But, all of you have literally, I used to do it. I liked Rory's content for that ad, and I'd go and, boy, Linda's gonna start it. Um,
My sister.
all- we've all done that because it was easier. But you know what? We were also learning. By using Rory's at the beginning, we started looking at it going, I would never have said it that way. Where did he get that verbiage from? Okay, I want you guys to think that way. Get creative. Come up with your own stuff. Now, when you get into YouTube, there's something called TubeBuddy. It not only helps you create better videos and content, but it also gives you some analytics. That's a whole separate training. And if you have never done a YouTube video, in fact, if you haven't done at least 25, I'm going to put the limit right there, 25 YouTube videos, you do not need TubeBuddy. You don't. You need to figure out you first. Okay, so save your money on TubeBuddy until you learn. I just now, maybe 6 months ago, made my first purchase on TubeBuddy as for a membership, but it's at the very lowest end because I'm still learning. I don't need to go get the pro and pay hundreds of dollars a month. I'm keeping it in my budget. I'm frugal, guys. I don't even pay for Canva. Okay, that's me. I will rub 2 pennies together to make sure I can get a third one. Improve your social media visibility. By following what your instructors teach, which is Rory's system, you can actually improve your own visibility, attracting more followers. When I started off on TikTok last year or year and a half ago, whatever, I stunk flat out. But there has been a couple of them that I get hundreds of views on TikTok. And now I'm starting to get the likes. And what's even more fun is the likes are not coming from those of you here on my team or other RR247 people. It's people I've never heard of before. I've had a couple people reach out. I've had people favorite my videos now. And I'm like, whoa, I'm on to something here. I'm on to something here. And the videos that I'm getting the most attraction on aren't the prettiest, aren't the coolest. It's the ones where I'm being me and I'm being real. In all honesty, you don't need to do flash and flare on TikTok to get views. So when you're building up your community and trying to grow engagement, consistency. You guys hear Rory talk about consistency all the time. We're teaching you it from the very beginning. We teach you with starting to modify your pages. Okay, you understand the basic technique of modifying your pages? Guess what? Now we're going to have you start posting ads. So modify a page, go post an ad, modify a page, go post an ad. Oh, now we're going to throw a third thing in there. It's like learning how to juggle. Now we're going to add V-marketing. Now start adding new pages while you're doing the V-marketing and modifying your other pages and posting ads. Build up into it. But whatever you do, be consistent. If you can only do 1 page modification a week, don't skip a week. If you can only post ads on Sundays, don't skip a Sunday. Stay consistent. That is literally how the social media people get their followers. They just are consistently there. Paid advertising. Did I mention that I'm frugal? I will dive for a penny in the parking lot. I will. I see a penny in the parking lot or any sort of currency, I'm picking it up and putting it in my pocket. I don't pay for advertising.
Even if it's not heads up?
What's that?
Even if the penny's not heads up?
Even if the penny's not heads up, it goes in my shoe.
Awesome.
Usually it's my mom up in heaven throwing coins at me to get my attention to change my attitude, probably.
Pennies from heaven.
Yep, pennies from heaven. But paid advertising, I have paid for one ad one time, and it was quickads.com, and I got 2 views. Guess what? I've reposted that ad, not paid for it, and I have 32 views. Paid advertising doesn't always pay off. And if you're just getting started and you don't have a commission check coming in, don't be paying for it. Rory's giving you guys all the tools with our system to do it for free. Do not do Facebook ads. Don't do it. Don't pay for any of that kind of advertising. Just don't. It's not going to get you anywhere but further in debt right off the bat. You have to build up. There is no, well, I think we've said it many times. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You got to earn it. You got to build it up. You got to work from home. And those are my best practices and takeaways. And I don't know, Niall, Linda, I'll stop my screen.
I'm going to put something in chat, Stacy. This is what I'm not the social media guy, but okay, I actually said this to him. I'm going to coin this. What would Niall do? What do I like to do? I love to make people laugh, right? I love to make people smile, right? So pretend you're posting your memes and your stuff on whatever form of social media to your friends and family. How would you do that if you're communicating to them? You do something funny, you do something silly, make them laugh, make them smile, or make them go, oh, wow, right? That's what you need to do on all the social media. If it's got any smell of sales to it, you're not going to do anywhere near as good as you could have done.
Nope. The other thing is like, especially Facebook and Instagram, do not only post your memes. Do not only post about your business unless you're posting it on your Facebook business page, which is for advanced ad posting people. Okay, if you're just getting started in this, you don't need a Facebook business page. It's free, but you don't need it right now. That's just a squirrel distraction, Gail. Gail, I see you squirreling.
I've seen people do that, put, 10, 15, 20 memes or posts that are all marketing in a row. That's just, people just tune out to that or unfollow. Even on Facebook, you think you got that big friends list, but they have unfollowed you. So you don't show up in their feed anymore. Mm-hmm. They're going to be nice and not unfriend you. They're just going to unfollow you. If that's all you're putting out is marketing. You got to put some stuff out to friends and family too.
Yes. Now, like tonight, I mixed it up. There was, my oldest son is known as Mater when he was a Cub Scout counselor.
Great character.
Yeah, Mater from Cars. Well, there's a meme out there and it just says boys, and it's Mater, a literal pickup pulling the cars. Okay. So I tagged my son on it. Several of his friends, because I tagged him, Mr. Marine Boy, several of his friends are starting to see that. And I got a private message going, thanks. But then I also took and posted a picture right before that, or maybe it was right after that, of our dog Mika. She's got her paw over her nose. And we're like, okay, she must have a cold nose tonight. But that's starting to get different. Like, people love animals, guys. People love animals.
Might have been covering her nose from the other dog. We gotta give the other dog some of that sneak a squeak.
It's true. Very true. Very true.
I was talking to my son about that, yesterday. He was telling me about his dog and the odorific emanations coming out of that dog. And I went, I got something for that. I'm gonna bring it to you.
Exactly. So some of you guys are wondering, how do I get started? I paid for these memes. Now, how do I use it? First of all, you need to get Dropbox, the free version, like Linda and Niall were saying. Don't pay for it. Don't pull a Stacy. And when you get the Dropbox folder of all of Rory's free pictures, Don't download them all into that Dropbox because then you're going to have to start paying for it like me. I pay for my Dropbox now because I was a dummy. I downloaded all those thousands of pictures that I will never use into my Dropbox. I won't use them all, guys.
And you know what happens if you don't pay for them? You lose them.
Oof.
They will clean your Dropbox out.
Yes.
It happened.
Just open it, download it to your computer, then go delete it from your Dropbox. Keep it empty.
Well, now because I am paying for it, I have all my, I've been utilizing it for, I've connected my Dropbox. Thank you, Sheila. Connected Dropbox to my phone. So it's the same account, but every picture I take with my phone goes into my Dropbox for me. So I don't have to clean out my phone. I don't have to worry about deleting a picture by accident.
Val's having a meltdown because Niall doesn't use his phone like we do.
Oh,
I
more
know.
techie stuff, Renee. I can't handle it. Oh, more.
That's
Now I'm
all
gonna go fight with that for a week until I figure it out.
You guys are seeing that even some of us MSIs still need to step outside our comfort zone, expand that box a little bit. This isn't a know-all thing. Little steps.
I've always said I'm not a
That's-
techie, and then people start calling me a techie lately, especially my wonderful wife. And here's my answer to that. I'm really not a techie. What I am is a very stubborn person, and I don't like something beating me. So I just get in there and I mess up 5 or 6 or 7 or 20 times until I get it right. And oh, I figured it out. I'm not a techie, but I am stubborn. I will figure it out. And let's face it, it's the future.
Yep.
Got to get with it.
So I know I've got like 9 minutes left. I'm going to quickly show you guys how you can get your memes, how they're
I'm
going
gonna
to
go-
come to you.
I'm going to quickly check the score of the Cowboys game because my wife is not updating me.
All right. So first of all, and I know this is really little. Let me see if I can enlarge this. Negatory. All right. So you get a Dropbox. Okay. Where did I get this little screen from right here that I'm on? I got it down here at the very bottom in my tray, my bottom tray. So if you guys all just look with your eyes at the bottom of your computer, you have a manila file folder sitting there. Not the shopping bag with Google Chrome colors on it, the one next to it, which is a file folder. When you click on it, this pops up. Now, how I utilize it is everything I download gets put here. There's a meme I created. I download it into my downloads. Why? I've set up my default on my computer. I played around on my computer, screwed up many times until I figured out how my computer could work best for me. So how I use my computer may not be the way it's going to work best for you. Okay. But in downloads, but then it also has for quick access some of the different things I've been using. Well, gee, I've been posting a lot of holiday memes. So my holiday memes folder has popped up. But when Shar is sending you your memes, you're going to have a file folder in Dropbox. And it's going to be your site. My site is 4M81. So I have a file folder called 4M81. So I'm going to click on it. These are all my memes, and I've had memes coming to me since 2018. I got a lot of memes. I'll admit right now, because I pay for Dropbox, I don't download them right away to my computer and get them out of here. But what I will do is I'm going to go down to the newest ones here. Oh, there it is, tutoring. Shar gave me my tutoring memes. I love that she gave us a little subfolder so that we know that these are the ones that came to us for Brain Food Academy, BFA, Brain Food Academy. in September. They are my September memes. May not have gotten them in September, but they are my September memes. Okay. And here they are. I'm going to change the view here and go to extra large so you guys can see them a little bit better. But here are my 4 that I paid for. Catch up, get ahead, keep up, stay ahead. Pretty cool. These are going to be too big for you guys to use on different classified ad sites, such as US Net Ads, classifiedads.com. Those particular 2 sites require your pictures to be smaller. How do you do that? Well, like Linda and Niall were saying, you need to download this to your computer. Well, how do you do that? Double click on one. There are shorter ways, and I know there's a lot of you right now going, oh, there's an easier way. I know, but double click it and go play with your computer. It opens up. Let's see what these 3 dots say. Oh, look at that. These 3 dots always will say more. It means more. It's computer language that there's more stuff here. It was just too big for the menu to hold it all. So down here, oh, resize image. Let's try it. Oh, look at this. You can choose either pixels or percentage. Go with pixels. This is 1080 by 1080. Ooh. It needs to be, I know sometimes you can get away with 800 by 800, but I do 500 by 500, and I've never had one bounce on any platform. So that's done. I'm going to hit save. And now it wants to save it somewhere else. Well, I have a file folder called memes, and I just have to find it. I think it's under Rory. And why I called it Rory was because when I first started, I didn't know what else to call it. I didn't want a really long name, so it just made sense to call it Rory. There's my memes. And I've got a file folder for education. And I'm going, and this is the catch up. So now I'm going to hit save. So that one's done. Oh, look, because I opened this first one, I get a little arrow here that says it'll go to my next picture. That means I don't have to close it and try and double click on the next one. I can just go to the next one. Hit the more, resize image, make it go to 500. And notice that when I type in 500 here, it automatically does it here because it's going, these are squares. Sometimes they're rectangles. So it'll keep it in proportion. And it's the get ahead one, save. Go to my third one, do the same thing. I mean, rinse and repeat, guys. You don't need to know how to do each individual one. You just have to learn once. And rinse and repeat, copy, paste, and we'll get the 4th one. By the way, thank you all for making me do this because I hadn't gotten this one done. And save. Now all of my education memes are under Rory in a separate file folder called memes. And when I'm posting ads, I will know that's where I can go to get it is under Rory, under my memes, because that's what I created. That's how I organize. It's how my crazy brain thinks how a file system needs to work. Then you can start going down rabbit holes. So we will go to US Net Ads. Actually, no, we're going to go to Pinterest. We're going to have more fun on Pinterest. You guys have seen Rory do US Net Ads, classifiedads.com, classifiedsforfree.com. I have my own Pinterest. You're going to want to create one too. I've been putting some of my handmade stuff on there, but we're going to hit the create button. And it says choose a file or drag and drop it here.
Right, because I have a Pinterest account. I can follow Stacy now.
And I need to go to my memes. There they are. And education. And I'm going to just make this a little bit smaller. Oh, that was the wrong button. Moved it. I didn't close it. It's hard to find the edge when the edges are all white. And I'm going to do the catch up. All right, I'm going to move it this way. And dragging and dropping. There it is. Now my title. How did I get that title? Oh, look, help your child catch up. Put a lot of effort into that one, guys. I'm telling you, I'm on a roll. All right, description. Get my mouse out of the way. And you can fill this where once you get going on this, sometimes it becomes the start of a new page for me when I post a picture. Add a link. Oh, look at that. What do you think I'm going to use for my link? Maybe my 4m.com/tutoring page. Oops. And now I'm going to choose a board. Well, I don't believe I have created an education board yet. I did not. So I'm going to create a board. Education. Do I want to keep this board a secret? Heck no. Every single one of my boards are public. Why? Because someone might just click on it. A tagged topic. Well, we want tutoring to be a tag. Think of tags as keywords. Hashtags, tags, keywords. All the same thing, guys. All right. And you hit enter and it's gonna, oh, it's match tags. Okay. So it's, all right. It didn't like that tag. So homeschool. Well, all right. Homeschool organization. And it puts it right here. And let's do education. No. All right, we'll do that.
Cool.
Just school, you're right. And you can scroll through and see what works. Back to school, that works. And I could stop at 3, but I like going for 5 or more. I'm going to go back under the school one and see if there's something else. School activities. Looks like there's a lot under the school that we could potentially hit. Oh, high school. There we go. There's my 5. All right. So I've got all these, my changes, it automatically stores that. Look at that. I don't even have to hit save. All I have to do is publish. And my pin has been published. And if I hit, this is where I flounder sometimes because I'm not on, I only post, I just create my pins and run. I don't come here and explore too much. It becomes a waste of time. But what I wanted to show you guys is I have, if you go to my site, you'll see some of my category pages. Health and fitness, beauty and skincare, cute clothing and accessories, employment and jobs, e-business and e-marketing, mobile apps, pets and their needs, resources for you, self-improvement, sports and outdoor, technology, travel, savings and ideas, work at home. Do you guys get the idea how I came up with the names of my board? I used my PBS, the category pages. When you guys set it up right at the beginning, you can have a lot of fun. So that's just,
Wonderful.
I know I went over. I love to train on this. I went an hour and
Absolutely.
a half last week with my team.
Perfectly fantastic and all right.
Awesome job.